I made these earlier. They were a little bit soft, but you want the right consistency. And once again, you can add water, you can add a couple of ingredients to change the dexterity. However, we'll put these in the freezer because they were just too warm. So when you're making your balls, you can do...
You can't overheat them. It's bad to overheat the balls, isn't it?
It is.
Like that.
You don't want to overheat your balls. Keep them cool, especially in Australia. It's a hot country. Alright team, and welcome back to another video with myself, as always, Alex Connor from Fearless Training. And it's currently summer here in Australia, for those of you who are watching from other parts of the world. So it's like 1,000,000 degrees. If you guys have never been to Australia, it's a very, very warm and hot country. We don't have kangaroos bouncing around everywhere, although they are around. And it's the same with the koala bears, so let's not get too stereotype on it. But if you've never been to Australia and you've never been to the Gold Coast, I highly recommend, so check it out. Anyway, today we are here talking about what I eat in a day and what foods that I like to eat in a day. So I'm going to give you guys a quick run through currently of what foods I'm eating, why I'm eating them, how I prepare them, and also my calories and macros, because people are weirdos and they like to know what you're eating. However, I just want to caveat this by saying, guys, there's absolutely no magic in the amount of food I eat or magic in the types of food I eat. Again, it's all about the principles and the fundamentals, which I talk about in my academy. That's a shameless plug. So if you want to go to my membership site and you want to learn about all the fundamentals, you want to get rid of all the bullshit with myself and a lot of other very experienced practitioners, head over to fearlesstrainingunited.com now, and you can find out more about everything I do: podcasts, YouTube, professional videos, online coaching, exclusive, the works. All right, so now I've got the plugs out of the way, let's get into it. So the first meal I like to have in the morning is nothing. That's right, I don't really like to eat first thing. I was always that person who was kind of forcing it down me, and really I just like to get up, I like to go through my morning routine, and I like to wait till hunger kicks in. However, I do like a coffee. So the first thing that I have in the morning is a coffee. And I am a bit of a coffee connoisseur. So I like to go to this local cafe where I work, where I personal train at EMF in Robina. So that's a city nearby, or if you like, a town. And it's a place called Crafted. The guys are great, hence the name Crafted. They kind of craft their own beans, they roast them, etc. And there's a little bit of a higher quality there. The guys are really friendly, and I really enjoy that coffee every morning. It kind of sets me up for the day. Then I usually coach a client or two, and then in between I start to get a little bit hungry. And my first meal is this one here. Now, these are obviously all pre-prepared, so they look a whole lot better fresh, but hey, no judgments. So we can see in here, it's like oats. Okay, and what I do is I dehydrate the oats. Now, if I had $1 for every time someone asked me about how I do this, I'd be a very, very wealthy man. So it's easy as, guys. You literally put oats in a bowl. I put a little bit of cacao, a little bit of cinnamon. I dehydrate the oats, okay? Which means I put it in the microwave and I make sure there's not too much water, so then the water is absorbed by the oats, and then I let it set. I do that at night with my evening meal as well, which is very much the same with a different topping, which I'll get to later, because I obviously don't have it here right now because it's the morning. And then what I do with that, I also put some raisins in it. So lots of different combinations here, guys. I switch things up, and I encourage you to do the same. Keep it interesting. Don't change the whole thing. If it works, it works. Just change the small things. So I will generally add in, I've got some Greek yogurt on top. I've been cycling through like different flavors at the minute. So I like to use Chobani or YoPro or Yoguri from Aldi. Shout out, not sponsored. Greek yogurt on the top, and then I put some blueberries sunk within that. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna take it all out of the bowl. Focus, yes. I'll do some more close-up shots for you guys overlaid over this anyway. Some banana, and then at the moment, Nutella, okay, and honey. Other combinations that are really great are peanut butter on there as well, with Nutella, without Nutella, with honey, with salt, if you like the sweet and savory. Don't knock it till you try it. It's a good one. So that is generally what I'll have for breakfast. And that's my first meal, right? And then I might train a few more clients. I'll do some emails, podcasts, whatever it might be that day. And then my next meal is my pre-workout meal. I don't like something too heavy for pre-workout meals. Currently, if those of you who follow me on social media, and if you don't, go do it now, we'll be best friends, your life will be better, guaranteed. Fearless_training_ or Alex or _ Alex Connor, okay? So do it now. All right, seriously, go do it. The next meal I like to have is Nutri-Grain, okay? Bit stereotypical, this is a new one for me. So I usually eat about 3,500 calories plus a day. I'm currently doing a mini cut on 3,000 calories a day. And Nutri-Grain is generally what I like. It's just something that I have a bit of a craving for. There's no magic in it. It is a great source of carbohydrates before you train. So for me, it's not like I do it right before I train, it's within an hour. I like to have some Nutri-Grain, okay, so whole grains as well, with some milk, and sometimes I might have the apple, or I'll just have it as it is, and that's pretty much it. It's really, really simple. It's quick, it's easy to digest and light on the stomach, and it gives me some ready available carbohydrates along with all the others I've got stored. So once again, there's no magic in this. If and when I get hungrier on this mini cut, I would probably have something more substantial. I might switch back to oats and protein powder, which I forgot to tell you is within those oats as well. Just because, again, the oats are going to be a little bit more satiating, it's a little bit more fiber, they're going to be digested a little bit slower, so it's going to give me a little bit more volume, if you like, in terms of calories for hunger based, if you like. So for example, if you have 50 grams of Nutri-Grain versus 50 grams of oats, okay, you're going to feel a lot more full, especially if you swell it up, because of the carbohydrate, fiber content, and also the food swells. It has the ability to create more volume in the stomach. Okay, so the next thing is then I usually train. Okay, now after that, I've been obsessed with the green curry for a while. However, it's time to change the green curry. So one of my favorite Thai dishes is a stir-fry cashew dish. So anyway, I pretty much did some Googling, and this is what I recommend for all my clients. Like, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. If you do some Googling and you figure out the combinations, it's pretty damn easy to kind of emulate those flavors and also tailor it to your caloric intake. So that's what I did. So with this one here, I've got coconut rice. So I'll give you guys a bit of a close up, and then again, I'll take some more close up shots as I'm eating throughout the day. So coconut rice, again, really, really simple, guys. You can get light coconut milk, coconut cream, depending on your calories. I recommend the coconut milk because then you can save calories from fats, and you can get more of the essential fatty acids through other sources of food like avocados, nuts, etc. I like to add some cashews in here as well because, again, it is a cashew stir fry. So again, I go with just the normal coconut milk at the minute, not the light, because I've got a few calories to play with, even on a mini cut. And what I will do is, once I'm cooking the rice, I cook that in the coconut milk, okay? So as it cooks, the milk is absorbed within the grain of the rice. The rice goes fluffy. And then what I will do is I'll take my stir-fry vegetables. I usually go frozen stir-fry, and then I add in fresh vegetables as well, like capsicum, garlic, onion. I like a lot of flavor. And I will cook that with the 3 key ingredients that I have discovered from the cashew stir-fry. So that's your oyster sauce, soy sauce, and fish sauce. I'll also add some chili in there. There's a bit of a process to it, so you guys can Google that. It's not too difficult, but there's a bit of a layer and adding to it. I'll do the same with the chicken, and then literally it's rice, veggies, chicken on top. So you can see there the layers. Super simple, guys. I make about 5 of these. I make 5 lunches and 5 dinners at a time. Refrigerate 2 or 3, freeze the rest, okay? Don't leave anything in the fridge for over 3 days. It's just not worth it for food, health, and safety. That's probably a video for another time. So that's lunch, okay? And then, in the afternoon, if I'm a bit peckish, I used to have a snack, but I generally don't have time with clients now, and I'm not super hungry, and it's literally a couple of hours, and then it's time to eat again at dinner time. So I'll generally just have an apple. Sometimes I'll have some popcorn or a snack or something like that, maybe even a protein bar, but an apple usually gets me through at this stage, and I like to keep things simple. Cool. So the next meal that I have is, at the moment, pasta. I am Italian, stereotype, but I just love pasta. I love carbohydrates in general. Life is too short. one of the best sources of fuel. So what I've been doing here is I've been making my own sauce. So I do like cooking, so caveat is that I know a lot of people don't like spending time in the kitchen. I don't actually mind it. I still want to be efficient with my meal prep, but I'm happy to spend a bit more time and become more efficient discovering new flavors and creating foods in advance. So for me, I enjoy it. It's therapy. Pop a podcast in, do some education, you listen to something funny, you watch something cool on your laptop, eat. It's a good time. Be productive. So the last meal, it doesn't look too impressive at the minute, but as you can see there, guys, that is a rigatoni pasta dish. So what I do is I get a good quality passata, so peeled tomatoes, okay, so plain sauce, very, very low in calorie, purely based just tomatoes pureed, okay, and then what I will do is I'll let that simmer for an hour, and I will add garlic, I'll add onion, I'll add basil, herbs and spices, salt, pepper, whatever I like, keep it simple, and then I'll get some good quality pasta, okay, that is key. Quality ingredients are key. Not always the most expensive, but you do get what you pay for sometimes, not all the time. And then I'll cook the pasta really, really hot boiling water, pop the pasta in for not even 5 minutes, whack it out, mix it with the sauce. I also have some lean beef in there. So the lean beef I cook separately. I do a bit of Worcestershire sauce in there, a bit of salt and pepper, a bit of wine as well in the sauce. And then I'll mix it all together. So I'll generally put the meat in the sauce first, so then the meat can absorb the flavor of the sauce, and then I'll put the pasta in. Now, I know this is criminal for a lot of chefs out there because there is a better process to doing this, but hey guys, when you're cooking in bulk, you kind of need to ad-lib a little bit, and there's things you got to work around, because at the end of the day, if you're prepping too long, it kind of defeats the purpose of meal prep and kind of planning in advance and, you know, saving time on your meals. So pasta dish, that's my dinner. I generally have that anywhere between 5 at the very earliest, 7 at the very latest, depends on clients. Again, meal timing, guys, that is further up in the hierarchy of importance than energy balance, macro and micronutrients. Again, check out my previous videos, or again, videos that we will do in the future specifically on nutrient timing. It's all in the academy, just saying. Okay, cool. So, and yes, there's nothing wrong with having carbs after 6, that's a load of bullshit. But once again, a video for another time. So that is my dinner, okay? That's my last meal. That's my second to last meal of the day, but it's my last substantial meal. And then generally the last meal that I have, and I'll show you here, I'll do a video overlay, is generally oats again, dehydrated. So again, I'm efficient, I'm saving time with what I'm doing. And so when I make this breakfast, I make that dish at the same time. And what I'll do is I'll dehydrate the oats again, and the only difference is this time is that I'm not topping it with the same things. I'm putting on some blueberries still, but then I'm going with ice cream because I bloody love it. And if you understand energy balance and calories and macronutrients, and again, this is what I teach, okay, along with some amazing practitioners in the industry who are putting out quality information, you can still eat these foods. I might not be able to eat as much of it as I want, but I can certainly eat quite a lot of it, okay? Purely based on the fact that I've been training for a while, I've got a fair amount of muscle, okay? I understand the principles, so I don't have to be on very low calories. I enjoy ice cream, therefore I eat it. So 80% of my food comes from whole foods and 20% I have fun with. And this is what I recommend for most people, okay? This way, it's gonna be more adherent, you're gonna be more sustainable to your nutrition, okay? I don't like really the word diet because it kind of, even though it's not, it gives the impression of restriction. And when people think restriction, they think I can't have that, and then they want it more. It's kind of like the reverse psychology. So I have some ice cream on there. I have some like a cacao nibs. So I have like the dark chocolate on there too. Oh, and peanut butter, and I'll slice a banana, which I do on my breakfast, and I'll put a few slices in the dessert too, because peanut butter, banana, and ice cream were damn made for each other, and I enjoy it. So again, I eat these foods because I enjoy them, and they serve the purpose, okay, and support my goals. So when you're choosing foods, guys, that you want to eat, especially if you're here, you've got physique goals, I imagine, choose foods that you enjoy, that you look forward to, that fuel your body, that deliver the nutrients, okay, that you actually need. This way, your actions are defining your goals and vice versa, okay, and you're actually going to be eating foods that you look forward to, you enjoy, and you're going to be fueling yourself. But also, apart from fuel, it's all about culture, it's community. When we eat, it's a very social thing, so don't take away that privilege, okay? If you're in a dieting phase, with a bodybuilding competition, yeah, you know what, you're going to go stay fearless. You've seen them before. There's no secret. There's no magic. Get in. Get in. Have fun. Play with your balls.
It's like a ball.
And if you've not got any, get out your friends and play. No, but wrap it up. There you have it, guys. Balls, protein balls, made with nuts, raw, real ingredients, fraction of the price, great quality, and they taste great, don't they?
They do, they're fantastic.
Man, cheers, guys.
Cheers, all the best. Enjoy your balls.
Yeah, balling.